Hi guys, and welcome to the last session. I don't know, should I scream or cry? I have some mixed feeling. Today we just have review of all our 10 classes or 9 classes. So if you have any question, it's your golden opportunity to bring it up. Also, if I will not cover all questions tonight, so then at least we can just to establish some breach of communication and contact later, or so I can maybe find some additional files and bring it to our collective emails. But I want to just highlight what we should, or I hope partially at least, learn in a class and clarify something, weak area if something was not covered, okay? So as you remember, I hope you remember, then we was going first through the mobile ecosystem and why it was important, not just as introduction to mobile ecosystem, but so this lecture was covered the most important things like block of questions, anything related to, test scooping practices, test plan approach. So this conceptual understanding how the mobile world is work. And it also was a retrospective where you possibly can work today, because, on each of level of mobile ecosystem, we have some specialty of mobile testing. So, the most crucial things to understand it was, operator, it's just the baseline. I don't think that maybe 10% of the class ever will contact and work for some provider or work, I don't know, like Verizon or something, or T-Mobile. But when we talk about networks, network is a big part, and in your mind you should remember about this big companies that cloud today. So, and if you need more information about SaaS or IaaS or PaaS, so it's a 3 level of so there's 3 layers of clouds that you should know. And, abbreviation is like really tricky things, but what you should remember and know, so then we have platform as a service, we have infrastructure as a service, and we have service as a service. So it's a 3 elephant for iCloud's industry. And, iCloud's name, it's just a presentation for end user. It's a marketing name. So in your mind, every time you see iCloud in description or something cloud related, so this first things then you need to understand, then it's client and so this server relationship. Because if you really come inside the cloud corporation, whatever, some company who do cloud services, you will see bunch of server in a big, I don't know, warehouse room. So, and, shelves of servers that transfer, backup, I don't know, translate, accumulate information and do something with information. So, okay, let's see what is your software as a service, not service as a service. Sorry. Okay, so I messed up with this one. Okay, software as a service. I'm happy that I do not work with clouds every day. So we, and when you use abbreviation on daily basis as a SaaS, so sometimes you may forget and not really concentrate. So what exactly word by word? Oh, by the way, so what is a common question? It will be ADB. So what does ADB stand for? If we talk about abbreviation and how well we know abbreviation. So is anybody know what does ADB stand for? Yes, no. Android virtual device, nope. ADB. Okay, exactly. Android debugging bridge. So it's good to know because uh, why this is important? Because if any question come close, so this about your experience with Android, ADT, Android simulator, and Eclipse, so this bundle then today exists on the market. So the next question, and you must get ready for that, will be what ADB command you know. So it's a kind of a SMD line command, so command line commands. You may know maybe like 10 of them. It's a good basic line should know. So for testing purposes. And I highly recommend it to download some cheating sheets or help apps on your mobile phone, on your personal device. So in case if it's common a question, it's like, yeah, I know some couple basic command because I have always helper with me. So bring it up. Put your phone right in front of the interviewer and show them you really, so literally have this application and have all this ADB command with you. So then it's, you will save this answer. So that, because most of the time it's not like, really, then you can memorize so much command, I don't know, string or function, but how quick it and you can retrieve information and how comfortable you to find this information quickly. So take this professional advice. So what is another professional advice I give you? I give you a lot of already, but so what you should bring to work on day number 1? What must be always in your pocket? We talk about this. What you should, exactly, USB. So without USB, you will mess up a lot. So exactly, flash drive must be on your neck, I don't know, on your chain pocket, whatever things, but it must be always with you. So I just, 2 guys again learned hard lessons 3 days ago because they came unprepared to my house and I was willing to give them so 10 new presentation that I create and they don't have anything. So and I say, they ask me to send an email. I was like, no, sorry, no emails. Okay, so move on. Manufacturer, this it's again, it's a very limited area. This and probably some of you may get a chance to work for some manufacturer, and actually it's a fun. But so expectation, and again, you remember this what is specific for manufacturer when we talk about mobile devices. Then beside, then you will have 100% some certification testing. So you also must expect. Not just software or application testing, but it will be some system testing and strictly related to network stack protocol. So, or, this good advice. So, no, okay, I will not jump to this one. It will be to the end. So, but when you look and got any, job search with, and it's a lead to manufacture. So, and you decide to go and proceed, so apply for this job. So be ready, then they will ask you questions. So then first things like ABC, you should know some network protocols. So I think we was going through, and it's again come back to network section, at least so first 10 or 15 protocol abbreviation, not deeply like why, oh my goodness, how it's work and things, but so what does this mean? Because many times in interviews they will use this abbreviation to explain you something, how they work and what is going on, and if you will make some special facial impression, then you have no clue what they're talking about. So your interview is over. So devices, people always like, okay, so devices, maybe it's not so important. It is, to know well where's your application screen is end and where's your device different toolbars or notification bars start. Sometimes could be crucial. So this for newbies, I have this left and right, specifically when I have some screenshot and they try to create some defects around device and not around applications. Like, hey, So what is this? Why you concentrate on some error at the end, which is not belongs to application anyway? So be aware of this. Again, I told you this, it's so many manuals, there's so many shops, then you don't need to be extensive, you don't need to be super profi in it, but you need to feel comfortable with some very simple stuff. So what is the first things then you will do with your device when you get this in the hand and they say, all right, so here's your device and welcome to the project, and it's now your device for the next 2-3 weeks. So what should you do with your device to explore it or whatever? Oops. So where's the other group? Okay, learn requirements, not at all. Learn requirements, it's some old things. Most of the time you will not have requirements at all. So then what it is, so what you will do? Check out of manufacturer. Not at all again. So you got device. If it's a device then you have previously in the hand, fine. If not, so then you need to go very simple ABC. So then you need to check first. When you get device first in your hands, you go directly to the settings. You not look for all this fancy button and whatever. You not play with the feature of the phone and things like that. So it will come later. So you go in the settings, look for the version of device, so then you know what device, when you report any issues, so then what exactly your device operating system is and the version of operating system is. So we're looking also for settings and configuration. Is it active Wi-Fi? Does it have SIM card? Yes or no? So because if you don't have SIM card, and many times for testing, you will not get a phone with SIM card. So only if you have some test cases related to messaging or phone calls and things like that. All right, then it must be clarified in the beginning. So what device is in your hand? Yeah. And other things then very important. So what is email setup you have currently? Because again, from my practice, most of us, also if it will be not directly web mobile application, but we have enormous amount of time spent on mobile emails. So most of the companies set up some project email, group email, whatever. So then it's easy to communicate. Why? Because if we have some link, or we switch between environments. So in some companies it's called build environments, in some companies it's called test environments. You don't need to confuse with team environments or work environment. So it's a very important, very crucial thing to differentiate your test/build environments from other environments. Okay. If I ask you about test and build environments, what example you will bring to me? Keep silent. Version of the program? No. When we talk about, so that's how many times through the 9 lecture we talk about test environments. So in some companies they call this build environment. So what kind of environments we have? Guys, you should know this like by heart by now. What? Okay, cool. So this now we start this QA, yes. What else? So like very primitive, so at least 3 level. If we also have startup, we still will have at least 3 environments. So then more complicated and complex application or company, then more environments they will have. Exactly. So it will be at least developer, QA, and pre-production or production. Sometimes it's a staging if it's related to the data. So we have multiple QA environments. And we talk about this, why this environment is so split like a layers of the cake. So because it's easy to implement different portions, so like big blocks of some new information or new feature. And if it's something go wrong, then we can come back to previous builds or, not messed up or put some virus or whatever, so put a bad build, it's called bad build, so to some other environment, to some other layer. Okay, so it must be clear, guys, not messed up with this one, all right? It's very important. If you don't know this, so it means you never work in the field. So it's you never have any project, you never know anything about mobile testing. This one is ABC that will be asked. So, and if they do not ask today, so I guarantee you they will ask very soon because I'm working on it right now. So it's my secondary project that is going right now. So this we create a new script for recruiters, so then they have a better job to check candidates who know mobile and who doesn't. Okay, so come back to original. When we talk about devices, so what is important, then you should know and do not freak out and do it by yourself at least once or better, just on a regular basis. So how to set up on any mobile device some email. So it's not really scientific, it's not really hard, whatever, installation. And also if you do not have experience, so you need to force yourself, start to do things by yourself and know how to create email. So it's one of the crucial things. So another, very simple things that you should know about any device, where you can find settings to be comfortable with any settings on any device. So just, go through this thinking, for example, what should be in the privacy, or this, what is accessibility in the settings. For what is this, this, how to change or add some language, because many times, all right, we cannot change a proxy, but we still must be able, for example, change device language, not just application language, but device language for some special purposes and reason, to see how that it will be maybe part of your interruption, to see how this, if somebody downloads this, I don't know, in Latin America, so how this, it will affect application. So many times, this many test cases, guys consider this a bug, because expected behavior should be, so that if specifically it's a very common thing, because localization is a very new thing for games, and now a lot of games try to be localized. So, and if you see things like that, then you expect some message notification in language, and you change language application. But for some reason, this during the testing, boom, then all messages suddenly will switch to English or to some other language, which is, if you do something, I don't know, in Spanish, and then suddenly all communications start to be perceived in Chinese. Is it bug, or is it something else going on? So these things, before you, claim this as a bug, you need to think and check your device first. So because maybe it's just a device issue. Maybe default language or some timing on languages is set up on device and nothing related to application. So things like this. It's why device, it could be tricky things, and it's very important to be comfortable around networks of each of your device. So know settings of your device. Know where's airplane mode on your device. So know this how you can switch so to I don't know, Bluetooth if it's available, or how you can go to 3G or 4G if it's available. So, and after that, so the next move will be then you explore feature and device itself. So now you come to this fancy button, but from what perspective? Not just then you waste your time on any possible specification of devices. Could be 200 pages manual. So, but what is important for application that you're working with right now, or for file? Again, if this was related strictly, if we talk about hybrids, or if we talk about web mobile, then more likely you will work with emails and get some links all the time. Or if you need to send screenshot, then you will use email again. But what if it's some specific file than related to native application. All right, so here's your hotspot, and you need to prepare yourself. Again, it's not really scientific stuff. So go to testflight.app.com. Oh shoot, where I've typed this, sorry. Test flight for iPhone application app.com. So download this on your phone, so then you get familiar. This one, and if we talk about Android, then it will be Android installer. So this one is a very simple apps. Actually, this nowadays, depends on the project. So I don't think that it's secure, but a lot of startup and open source, company use also Dropbox for the same purposes. So in this one, 3 things then you should know how to install, and actually I recommend install and have this on your mobile device already, on your private, to get familiar with. So how to transfer files which cannot be really installed, that not in production, cannot go through the store yet, but you need to export them from some whatever cloud or storage assigned to your device, if we talk about iPhone's project. So, and proceed. You don't need to, like absolutely stare on it, like, my goodness, and what I do with that. So this one is your like homework before you go to real field. So then you need to get familiar with at least with these 3 things. What about Google Drive? Google Drive is absolutely not secure, and we know this when we have this as our class, this Google Drive and class email. So I told you this, I have from the field, I don't know exactly percentage, but maximum 20%, if not less. Some company startup who don't have any, clue how to start and don't have any start package. So they may use Google Drive or some Google Plus sources for a while, but first, they come to first version, to first production as a pilot project. Yeah, it could be, then they can use, so to minimize the cost. But first they go to production, first they start to create business around and make money on it. I guarantee you they will find something better. So, and we'll go with some, whatever, test management system. And it's a lot of test management system actually for free on the market right now. So if you just go this, again, Google is, Googling is everything these days. So just check, I don't know, keyword like ALM, A-L-M. So this is application life management tools, like search top, the best, whatever. So ALM tools on the market, and you will see that most of them have some special free tutorials or explanation how it's working, and give you some lot of sample. So, and I think I already submit to your group tutorials point, and the last link I found recently, it was special. So this tools resource, then where they have by category most recently knowing tools and tools solution on the market. So check this maybe a couple days ago or yesterday it was. So this link, then I sent it to everybody. So all right, why we should know platforms? I mean, it actually was question to you, or a more rhetorical question. But again, so on the platform we relay this all specific of device, specific of the program, so what we can and what we cannot do, limitation of application or limitation of our program and features. So very weak, very excited, but very weak, this application framework tile, because this one is go out of scope of manual testing most of the time. It's already gray box testing because you go away from UI interface. So, and most of the time you work with XML or JSON. So, and you work with some special program like SOAP UI, so most popular, or REST. So if you're interested in this area, go to this area. So you need to understand and not overestimate yourself. So because this application framework level required knowledge of some language, at least, of JavaScript, so very well HTML, so CSS, XML, JSON. So if you don't know these languages, you're not ready. And when you get ready, this I tell from my experience, then it depends. It's always individually. But in one day, when you come to work and find a bug, and you will know how that bug occurred without to look in code, so then it means then you guys ready to move to the next level, to the gray box. So it's individually. Sometimes it takes a couple weeks, sometimes it takes a couple years. Yeah, so this Hassan just reported that Microsoft SharePoint is there too. So cool. So explore by yourself all this possibility then and resources that are available on, for free. Again, not overdo yourself. If you ask me what should I learn first, what is really good start, when I don't have anything. So I will always say this today, most of application level, so will require knowledge of HTML, CSS, so XML, and it's an easy language. Nobody tell you then you should write scripts on it. No. So the thing is then you must, when you see the, code, you must understand what belongs to what kind of element is there. So you kind of need some, so this reading skills, so to see what's going on. So, but if we talk about like working experience to get some good job where this more technical requirements required, so then at first step it will be SQL. So because SQL, it's a simple level of knowledge of database. Database is most of the time everywhere. Yeah, the small, more or less. So and if you're not specifically in Silicon Valley, this your chance to get a good job will definitely increase if you know SQL well. Again, how well? This, it's good to know at least like 20 commands, like parent-child relationship, or go a little bit further. So how you start learn this if you absolutely have no clue now? Again, people say, oh my goodness, it's take me years. No. So it's like, morning exercise, gymnastic exercise every day, go to gym. So you spend in gym sometimes 1 hour. So here with this language, you need maybe 15 minutes a day, 15 minutes a day. So you have some special lecture, you have huge libraries, tutorial libraries. So my best recommendation, again, the New Boston Academy. So you have also, so very good lynda.com, but it's for fee. So the New Boston Academy, at least for free. So you have this tutorial points where they also brought some of SQL. You need to go through this. So it's no escape if you really want to some good salary. And so if you, good salary, I don't know what is good salary for you. So this level then you get as a junior is this manual testing. Normal rate will be today, so around United States, between $20 to $25. So if you have some technical background, then you will be in good shape up to $35 an hour. But if you're excited and want to do something more, we don't talk about automation at all. So because it's a lot of different this fields in different industry and different applications that not required automation, and automation is still a baby in mobile. Because if you think, and actually it's a tip for you and hints for you, please not overdo yourself. Like if you have in your resume WebDriver, Selenium WebDriver, so you in any case cannot have 5 years experience with automation. Don't be ridiculous, because WebDriver is on the market so a little bit more than 3 years, if 3 years at all. So if somebody in requirements, have a description plus 5 years of automation on mobile, forget it. They don't know what they're talking about. They try to establish automation in their company, but they have no clue. because, I mean, it's indication this, if they have ridiculous requirements of everything and want everything like perfect person, never happen. So be comfortable with that, specify also for recruiters or whatever, or for HR or for managers, like, all right, guys, get real. So what you're really looking for? I understand then from your requirements then, so you not have automation yet. So, all right, what we're looking for. But I don't think then any of you in online class is ready to go to automation. Do not rush yourself. Do not overdo yourself. So if you see in the description automation, you know how many times, so this I know these people who take additional classes for automation and things like that, and dream of the dream to get automation job. They got it. So 2 months later, I talked to this person, like, how's your automation goals? Like, oh, we don't start yet. Okay. So if you ask me again, so what is most important for me when I'm looking also for candidate, or so get ready for the field, because you cannot learn 360 degrees 24/7 just to learn everything. Start little by little. So choose 1 or 2 languages that not so advanced, like so the best language for scripting, if you really decide to go automation, is a Python. So Python is very compatible with most of the product on the market. So this after that you choose, then you need to boost up your knowledge of database and database relation inside. So then SQL is the way to go. So concentrate. You already have 2 points, then you need to concentrate. After that, again, you have magic tutorial points where these people for free share a presentation of some specific tools. Because in our profession, you can get very well specialized and expert if you know certain tools. So check this from your background, what is easy for you to understand, because I know that a lot of people have some linguistic background. All right, then your way is to go to localization area, because it's a very hot spot right now. We have some hard discussion with Michael one day, so because it was always like almost a war in the school. Who needs a localization, or what is hot, localization or automation? So, and I make my point because when we was going to job search, so localization jobs was beat jobs that was looking for automation with Selenium. So, but in other things, then if you have some accounting background, if you work with some budgeting things, so your way to go is a SAP ERP, because it's enterprise application or specific tools that related accounting, about budgeting, audit, financial things. Very hot spot again. So to know this, you go again. It's the pass. This to pass and get super good job with SAP ERP. So before that, you need to somehow to get hands on SOAP UI and on REST again. So, but again, you're searching for special tools. You're searching for you don't take 10 tools. Get comfortable with 1 or 2. Lot of tutorials, lot of trials. So good things, this each trials is a 30 days. So if one trial is expired, you can go to competitors and take another trial and compare, and so boost up, because most of them 75% the same. The only maybe UI layout naming, it's what is differ. So maybe some or 1 or 2 unique feature. Otherwise, the market is pretty much, very conservative. Everybody do the same. If it's some trend and fashion like currently today. So follow the trend. Go with the wave. And you will find your way to get on the top of this wave. But do not sprint. So you cannot learn everything, because it's a sickness of newbies. So they try to learn everything and they afraid to go on the market because they're not ready. You will never get ready, because it's always something to learn. It's never stops. Specifically, if you finally decide to go to mobile, get ready. Then every 3 months, 40% of what you learn is altered, is changed, and it's true. If you cannot adjust this true, don't go to mobiles. It's another areas around in software testing, in system testing, where you can feel very good, warm, so comfortable, maybe not so excited, but for rest of your life, all right? So decide what you want to do. If you want to always like jogging and feel like a sportsman, and get prepared for another competition. So yeah, it's your way to go to mobiles. It's higher pace there too, because so everything is really go direction to mobiles these days. But it's a personal choice, okay? Oops. Hey, you guys so quiet. I'm talk too much, yeah? So let's do what we have next. Okay, so from lecture 2, when we talk about, so it's a so offer a tutorial, okay, yeah, good. So I like this guy, so I think Hassan will be so really quick on the market, because he really urged and he's very motivated and he have purpose. I can see it. So, and I hope for him the best. I will say woohoo first when he get the job. All right. You remember this good resources, you know, this, do not forget these good resources. Use them because they will save your time. And actually they also create a point when you become expert. I told you many stories, this, you know, moment of life, so second of life, when, you know, nobody know. So this manager asks something and people start searching, but because you already search these things every morning, or because you use this on a regular basis, you don't need to search. You just raise your hand and it's like, okay, I know the answer. So it's very important. And I brought this point. So for example, for job search, people think that sometimes like, you know, I have sixth sense. I don't have sixth sense, but it's obvious. It's I mean, you don't need to be academic for this, but if you go to LinkedIn like once a week and go to job there and, you know, type, I don't know, QA tester, and suddenly this, you like have pop-ups, 50 jobs from Apple, so in all in one day. Duh! So they start new project. So you open any job, so then they offer, try to hire people to see what kind of project, what directions they go. So you read description and it's really clearly say then, so they're looking for people like native speaker and specifically that concentrate and know well maps. Duh. All right. So here's a solution. So Apple start new project related to their maps application, and they're looking and hire people like a crazy. So if you know something about process, you understand them. So they have really limited time to feed the budget. So they must hire 50 people within maybe 1 or 2 months. So if they do not fulfill so this position, then this budget will be not given next time. You understand? And they somehow an urge, and it's meant for you good things, then they will not really go deeply in your knowledge. If you fit some requirements, so on surface, they will pick you on board. It's what happened to guys. So with Intel project, so I mean, it's a trend on the markets. How I got it. So my friends lost a job so 2 weeks ago. I mean, it was contract over. So he worked before with Fitness Up. So he's 60 years old, man. Like he's naturally afraid this what will be his next job. So I sit in the morning and reading news, and I read. So then Google start a new whatever project with Fitness API. So my next call to this guy and say, hey, dude. So here's your opportunity. They Google Start Fitness API. So 2 days later, he already have an interview with Google. I mean, is it scientific? Is it something super clever? No. It's because I am in the business, because I like my business. I like to be every day in the business. I like to search for the news. I like to see what's going on. If you have your hand on the pulse, what's going on, read the news. You will find information in your area. So that's what happened. This, before you know it's come to some recruiters, you will already know what's going on. It's very simple. Okay? So, and that's why this one of these phone eggs, it's a website, and you really like it because it's always frequently updated and show you new trend, hot devices on the market. Another question, this was very simple. So, as the hottest device on the market, as at the same time hottest device for testing, yes or no? What is the hottest device for testing will be? Like today. So what is, if I ask you, so what devices you used for your last project a couple of weeks ago? What you will tell me? Galaxy S4, it's all Androids. Okay, so Windows Phone. The problem with Windows Phone, yeah, it still exists. So they have hard time. If I ask you about news, Lara, more likely you will not tell me a story about Windows Phone too much. All right, it's currently 8. So they have, they work with HTC and they work with Nokia. No, so Windows, I mean Microsoft bought so Nokia to have their own manufacturer for their own Windows Phone. So the problem is then it's a stagnant point. They cannot boost up their sales how they was planned to. You know, they do some enhancement in the cameras and some couple feature, but it's still not hit the market with also good price they have, and people don't buy it too much. You know, for years then I have a mobile project. Manually we do this on iPhones all the time, on any possible so iPads and iPhones. We do use so Samsung, primarily Samsung for Androids. We take some HTC and kind of, so there's couple Motorola devices, but we take one time Windows Phone, because you know this also think about from this perspective. Who is my target? If I have some who buy really this Windows Phone in general. So yeah, if we talk about European market, so then it will be good point. Then a lot of people buy Windows Phone there. So if we talk about American target, it will be some kind of teenagers or people. So because not a lot of people, you know, comfortable with this super interactive interface they have. I don't say it's a bad or good, but again, it's a preferences. So we're looking for target group. So teenager is a very interesting group, but if I work with some, you know, this Noble hotels or whatever, some Noble shopping retail organization, so then I'm looking for target people who have money, who is working, have good salary, stable, and can spend money. So then teenagers is not my target group, and I will not use Windows Phone for testing at all. But what I will do, so this, I will involve in my testing BlackBerry. Also, if it's not doing well, so this it's actually in trouble right now. So only 2.1% on the market share from worldwide, but we still have over 2 million devices in the United States active. So this from different businesses, from government point, so that it's a solid again target group who may interested in my application. So you always think this way because from newbies it's the easiest task you will ask. So from your manager. So what do you think? What devices we should take for testing? Because it's the easiest question then they can give you. And you always need to look not what is the hottest on the market and retails, but what is exactly related to our application. Who is our target group for who we're doing this product? Who will buy our product? And it's why this, you know, BlackBerry is actually more under daily testing than Windows Phone ever. Okay. So let's see your responses. iPad Air I tested. Yeah, exactly. iPad Air is a hot spot. So sometimes it's a very good point. Sometimes hot device on the market and same time hot device for testing. And iPhones will be always the hottest on the market, the hottest for testing, because people relay, believe, manager believe, so developers believe in iPhone. So, and they buy immediately everything new from iPhone and bring this to testing. But if we talk about Androids, yes, if it's new Samsung, then so Samsung gain a lot of respect, and that's why it will be immediately brought to the daily testing. But other devices like LG, so yeah, they try. Sony, they try. So this HTC, they try. But everybody this who in the testing area will wait at least 2-3 weeks, if not months. How they doing in retail? Are they really hot? Are they really neat? And only if it will be special request for the client or from the marketing and sales department, yeah, they will go and buy this immediately. But it's not happened. From my experience, it's possible. So I cannot claim for all industry. But again, with all other makers, they're very, very careful. So, and you must be careful as well, okay, when you talk about this. So next will be, yeah, you have this somewhere. I just try to, consolidate this, create some shortcut of shortcuts. So then you have this handy. Because again, always your resume, I understand that some of you have really take a deep breath and a relief because Michael do all job for you and create resume for you. Guys, your resume, it's not done so this only because Michael wrote this. You need to know your resume by heart. Everything that they have written, also if it's some generic sentence in summary, super important for you to bring this because most of your interviews will be based on your resume all the time. So your story, you tell me about yourself. So can you clarify what you was doing here and there? Tell me exactly. So I see in technical skills you have this and this. For each of this piece of your resume, you need to go through and prepare some templates or story. Otherwise, if you cannot support your resume, your resume will work against you. So specifically, some of you don't feel comfortable, then you don't have too much experience, and you try to put like 5+ years experience on your resume. You're doing bad for yourself because it's show this high level of expertise, almost senior level, and they ask you very high technical question or go directly because by 5 years experience in the field, you should know some special tools. And if you don't know this well, so you all your story collapse. If you prove one point wrong, then you don't know anything what you testify in your summary at the first place. They cannot believe any other story. You done this interview. So do not damage yourself this way, all right? So this always try to be, I don't say like, so if you do not have experience, don't write anything. You already got experience. So a lot of you I see from conversation and U-test. So do not afraid of to bring U-test, in resume. So you independent contractor. So you could put yourself as a freelance, whatever. It's absolutely fine. So it's how you talk about your project. If you cannot explain what you was doing, how you was testing, if you cannot bring details, it's what is the worst case scenario. We would talk about this last time, that, oh, I don't know this what to say about your test. Hey, you all know, so what is your test for you? It's some online community, some online service organization that pick up international project, multi-international project. So you excited to work for your test because you never know. It's like a, I don't know, you remember Forrest Gump, so life is like a box of candy. Exactly the same things with your test, all right? So you never know what project you will get. It could be short term, it could be some long term, it could be some specific agiles. They can provide some special internal tools, or they will use some tools that everybody use. Maybe it will be simple like Google Plus, and maybe it will be Bugzilla, Mantis, Jira, or something, and you will get some special access. So it could be different industry of testing. It could be different type and category of testing. It's what you need to tell them. All this detail and this excitement and motivation in your voice, then you really love it because it was always challenge and change for you. And it's why you love it. I mean, okay, it's my text, so this don't clone this all, but I don't know, it just was example. I never work for U-test, but if somebody asks me and I say this, yes, I work for U-test, I can tell you detail for half hour, what I was doing, because I can possibly imagine. So as this online service, if I have some, most of this application will be web mobile application, or some maybe give you some specific internal native application files. Okay, fine, it's nothing wrong with that. Again, it's your opportunity, possibility to show your knowledge. So then you was working with different kind of mobile application. We talk about this, about hybrid, about mobile, so web mobile and native mobile application. Bring it up. Don't wait when they start pulling this question from your body, from your mouth. So tell them the story so much as possible, I don't say then it must be like a boom, waterfall, so then you just non-stop talking. But again, based on your resume, be very specific and, try to bring so many details as possible. So it's on all for your game. Okay, so next, what do we have next? Yes, here's another table then for you. And this one, a specific table was created for iPhone devices. So, what else was, yeah. You remember lecture 3, we have type of application. So this web, mobile, native, and hybrid we just talked. So most common question, it's a comparison of web and native application. Get ready for this, brings them example of native application. By the way, this give me a specific 2 types of native application, because people confuse. I want to then you clear on this. I want to make sure that you clear on it. What native application you know? Give me 2 example of native application. 2 different kind. Skype. It's not native. Skype is not native. Skype is hybrid application. Email, weather, notes. Weather is not. Calendar, yeah, calendar is a good one. Calculator, so clock, yes. So weather, depends on device. I cannot testify that all weather applications are native. So because think about, they need to be frequently updated. So they must be, retrieve information. So from whatever, from online. So synchronize with something to update the weather information. So why you think it's native? Yeah, because hybrid applications also go through the store or could be preset like Facebook these days. On many phones, it's a preset application. It's like, it's native, but it's not, because, it's very hard. Don't ask me right now. So what is the difference between native and hybrid application? We talk about this because it's very, very faded, distinguished between these 2 kind of application. But so where the distinguish come from? From API level. And because our class is manual, we don't talk about API at all. So they use different APIs. Then it will be differentiated. So what kind of application it is. For user, you will not see the difference. You will not think about, because you as an end user, but as a QA, so you will think about then if every time you need some information that will be not asking but update and synchronize automatically on some schedule or whatever, so the more likely it will be hybrid application. Okay, so but yes, so we need to be very clear, so then everything that go through the store more likely will be consider native application. Everything then you got with your phone as a preset, yeah, it will be considered native application. It's very generic, all right? But so that to not confuse you too much. So, and a good point, this regarding native GPS application. So why GPS considered native? Because we literally have some very tiny chip on the motherboard in every mobile device where you have these GPA chips. So it's implemented in device. It's related to device. It's why it's considered to be native application. Okay. So here's a couple example of mobile web application. I really love it. So this these days, I don't know. So if you want to get hands-on and explore, go to Victoria's Secret mobile version. It's one of the heaviest applications. They have still a lot of bugs in production. But it's, if you want to learn mobile web design elements, I think it is the best application to go to. So, okay. Also, if you have some beliefs that not allowed you to look at women bodies and so on, they have a lot of categories and you don't have women bodies at all. So like shoes and accessories. So, but it gives you very good perspective. And, this, if you're for train points, it is the best application to go to describe elements, to find something, because they have subcategory menus, they have tiles, so they have crumbs. So, everything that you can imagine, so they put this in poor mobile application. So go there and you will amaze. And then another things then we was not going through because my purpose in this online class was not to bring you any practical exercise. I was extracted from practical exercise and supposed to talk strictly about theory. But now at the end of the class, so I want you to go to self-exploration. And so for everybody who can hear me now, so if you go to Chrome, I prefer Chrome browser, but we can also use so Firefox. But all right, on your desktop, you go to Chrome and you go to Tools there at the top navigational panel and go to Extension, add new extension, and find agent user agent switcher. You will get some list of it. So I do not remember exactly the name of it, but you will recognize this immediately. It's one of the switcher where you have in logo lot of multi-mini logo of different browsers. So choose this one because it is the best add-ons than you can imagine. So for mobile simulators, and a very, very accurate one and fast. So then, we currently also switch. So you understand when we talk about simulator, I was not really impressed with simulator. We use this only for limited use, but for newbies again, it's a super point to learn by and explore by yourself. So if you have browser like this, you just add this to your toolbar. You can activate this anytime. You will see immediately, then you will have choice of 5 or 6 different Androids there. You will have also different browsers like IE or Firefox or different version of Chrome, so which is very helpful for any web-based or mobile application. But if you scroll down, then you will see iPhones. So, and you will see not just iPhones itself, but iPad and iPod, which is super cool. So, and switcher is really very fast and efficient. So the next question will be, oops, why I have only iPhone without any version like iPhone 5, iPhone 4S or iPhone 5S. So anybody clue why? Anybody can give me answer why? Hello? Is anybody home? It's like give me some idea. Also, if it will be not right. So it's why this. I want you to think. You cannot just get everything sublimated. So sometimes you need to chew in on it by yourself. Because iOS is the same. Exactly, Hassan. So I'm happy then you brought this in. So because when we talk about, you remember we talk about then simulator could be different kind of simulator. It could be simulator of this hardware, it could be simulator of software. So when we talk about browser simulator add-ons, then it's exactly simulator of operating system because 99% of iPhones and iPads actually have the same operating system. So in general, we can say iOS 7.0, so with some extension. So then it's not necessary to have a different simulator. Yes, it's another story when we talk about Android. So why we brought iPad, iPod, and iPhone? Because it's a form factor. I hope you remember about form factor, yes? So yes, iOS version does. But so this, when we talk about form factor, then we need to look for parameters when we simulate things. It's why this it's differentiate for Apple product. But so my point was why I brought this in and why I brought this user agent in switcher in first place. Because it's the easiest solution and the most of the time, so it will give you the flavor and taste how this in real life, specifically if you limit it in devices, so and you want to get taste how these people do this. All right, it will be with mouse, not with your finger or stylus, but still. So take the best example, Victoria's Secret, and put this under trial, under all these different simulation on different devices, and you will see and find the difference. So this it's not homework. It's a one-off advice when to get familiar and get comfortable. So how we use this in the field? So why we use this in the field? Because sometimes when we work remotely specifically, so it's implemented in your story because you claim online class claims, so then a lot of you guys work remotely from home. So when we work in high environments like pre-production, production, yes, so we don't need a VPN connection and we already can go and use devices that we have handy. But sometimes when we work with web mobile application in low environment like QA, QA3, so staging for this matter. So you also with VPN access, so to so private network, you still cannot pick up environment on real device. You need to use simulator. And at this point, so this one user agent switcher is the best solution to pick up and to test something, to go through the test cases. So it's why there's a lot of organizations still use it simulator like this, okay? All right, oh man, I'm over time again. So when you talk about hybrid application, the main things, you remember this, I point one more time. So you need to look so in a job description and in the requirements, if you see the keyword Sencha or PhoneGap, Titanium, so RoboMobile, so this you understand then, so this application or company work heavily with hybrid application. So you need to concentrate on hybrid application, learn more about hybrid application, how it's work, how this differ, how this web application differ for mobile application, what is the difference between, so how they, this information go through, how the flow of information go through. And always, so if you're not strong in all this definition and actually during interview you really don't want to show, then you just memorize things. It's a bad impression. So people want to real story. People want to hear this emotion and excitement in your voice. So something personal. So to see then you're unique and how you can fit team well. So bring example, always by example. And when you bring example like Twitter or so Yelp, immediately explain what is a part is native application and what is a part need always internet or online access, okay? I mean, it's a logical conclusion, so you don't need to be again super scientific academically fit so to figure this out. And you all, as always, this you can ask me for additional information or file if you really like lost in this and need to explore more, okay? So yes, when we talk about native versus mobile web application, the main things is then how they differ. They differ at 2 points. So how they create, how they made, and how they access. So if you know this one, around one of this sentence, if you have this sentence in your mind, in your brain, then you will create all answer with many different points, with many different examples right around this one sentence, okay? It's a crucial point, this what is difference between native and mobile web application. So when we go to the next, so a lot of people ask why native apps. Just by looking at this picture, use your logical, conceptual, we can say analytical solving skills like you all have in your resume. So why native apps? Looking at the picture and give me the points why native apps. As usual, we have a little bit overtime, but it's our last session. That's why we should stay until we're done. Because I don't know when. So it's secure. Okay. So what else? You see, the first word secure, it's a good and it's a bad. Why? Because, you just jump in from the third picture out of 4. So what about 1, 2, 3? You don't know, like 1, 2, and 4. We do not need the internet for most of the time. Okay. So what else? I mean, it's all fine. It's not like I'm like chasing you. Oh my goodness, why you jump from the middle? Why you take a start from the last picture, not from the first picture? But so try to, this if it's happened many times. So it's happened 2 times in my interviews. So then, they just bring me some picture, whatever, some page, and it's like, all right, where's the bug? And you know this when they give you this page, it's not like 20 bugs in this page. They're looking actually for one specific, maybe it could be secondary or something, one more bug, but it's it. It will be not too many bugs in, all right? So, and the things then you try to find this bug. If you, do a kind of ad hoc, just try to catching this immediately and go from one corner to another, you will take longer. So if you have some model in life, how you go through the page when you do not have test cases, but you need to execute some exploratory or ad hoc testing, so you will be always in right path. If you start from the top to the bottom and go like a snake or something, then you will find this much quicker, okay? Or some people take concept go from corner to corner first, so to observe all surface and after go to inside. Fine, you need to have some technique, your individual technique, how you observe, how you confirm things. If you come to some unknown page, you need to have some minimum plan all the time how you will do it. If you do not have plan, if you just stupidly, oh my gosh, go from one corner to another in the middle and up and down, so try to catch where's the bug, so you will get in panic. Panic and ad hoc have nothing together, right? So they can fetch data from cloud and can also access on-device storage. Good. So we come back to native apps. So the point is, if you get some picture, you understand then each picture means something to the company, to interviewer. Try to bring a meaning. So for each picture, then you will see in front of you, okay? And for example, if you go like, so my example was about this page that I got to find bug. It was from printing company. So what is the main concentration? Again, it's a logical conclusion, all right? Nobody was really interested in some language bug or whatever. So it was something related to the printing color or printing format or something. So if you have in mind this cool mind and try to think analytically, so why I have this picture in front of me, so you will get much more successful, okay? Always try to wake up your mind. So take this as a game. So how many of you likes, find a hidden object or match and play something, look and find? So this is child books. So, I understand this. It's like, what's she talking about? Thinking about work as a game, really? So, but it's what bring fun. It's what bring some, I don't know, competitors flavors. Like, hey, I won competition. I found the most of it. So I finally catch it. Because, it's not just what you see, but sometimes this match and found could be between the requirements and your actual behavior, what you see on application. Take this as a game. Get this easy. So, and you will see that, then so job then you're doing, so because I feel sorry for people who's first and second week and struggle, like, hey, come on, we go drink a tea. No, I have so much work. I don't have, so 20 test cases done. Come on. You not done it because you stress out. You take this too seriously. So because life and, this job, I understand, and I don't say then, so don't take seriously anything in your life. So, but it must bring you fun. It must bring you joy. And when after 8 hours of your job, you come out, it's like, hey, I'm full of energy. I can do it another 8 hours because it was fun. I like it. So if you don't like it, my goodness, don't do it. So it's not for you. Then just get out and get something else, okay? So, all right. Mobile testing specific. This one is, I choose this question because I think it's the most simple and most common question that come always in interviews. So what is a different way you can install mobile application? We talk about this. What is the difference between mobile testing and mobile application testing? So just by definition, if you know definition by heart, so it's a super easy question, and you can make super cool answer from that with some example and bring it up and, just create some table. So they love when during interview you're not afraid to show yourself and go to the billboard or, just use some, I don't know, piece of paper. So not all of us English professors. So I know some of us have some language barrier. You can still recover, you can still pass it and do this perfectly fine if you show your best different way. Most of tester, most of QA in the world, they visual learner, they visual, so guys, by see things, it's because we detail oriented, we, I don't know, staring at the programs every day. All right, so then do not afraid to show your best. Compare web application testing versus mobile application testing. You can create a beautiful table. So what is, involved in web application testing and what is involved in mobile application testing. Again, you show your deep knowledge how these two things differ and how they work. What is similar and what is different to them. We have this table in the lecture 4. So, and how you usually explore new mobile device. We take this little bit in the beginning on our session today. So you have some simple explanation, you have more advanced explanation. Do not forget, this. You remember this magic helping apps that nobody cared, and I give you in session number 1. So again, sooner or later you will come back to this. If you want to survive, if you want to be the best, if you want to get good job, you will not have escape. I am not worried. So I mean, if you don't use it, you lose it. So it's why sooner or later you will come back to this list. It actually should be every 3 months updated. Who knows what, this rating for some application. It's why I tell you, like from day number 1, take this day by day as a game. Install one application, play with it for a couple hours, uninstall if you don't like it. If you like it, create your own folder with some helpful application, with some cheating sheets, with some special whatever, answering question, for different subject interview. Like they have database answer, so they have a question and answer for cloud computing. My goodness, you cannot believe what they have, this, and it's a special resources for free. How dare of you don't take it? So, alright. So you have now time, because more you urge towards interview, and less you have time to learn everything, and more you're scared. It's a good solution to have this on your mobile app. Why? Because if moment of truth come and you in interview and you sit in the middle of all this question and you have no clue what you should say, at least you can say, you know what, I do not have answer right in the moment, but I do have this answer in my phone. Not a Google and blah, blah, blah. Because Google is like a standard stereotype. Nobody takes this as a good answer anymore. But if you say, hey, I have this on my flash drive, right in my pocket, where it is my template, or I have this on my mobile device, which is always with me. I'm married to this device, and I have this every day with me, and I know how to retrieve information from there. Because right now I'm nervous and I have too much information in my head anyway. So it's what counts. Believe me, I was not believe this, when people tell me the story. It's like they was going to interview, maybe know 10% of what they should know. But they was packed in their device with all these helping apps and retrieve information very quickly from here and there. Nobody say then you cannot ask your friend. All right, but ask your friend like in this trivia game. So it's time consuming. But if your friend is your mobile device and you can show and prove the points, then it's your friend. You know where to find the things, how to find them, how quick to find things. Boom! You are again just on the top of the mountains. You know what you're doing. So they will learn, they will teach you, because every company thinks that they have their specific way to learn, so to learn and to teach people. So they will show you how they do things. Do not be married to any standard definition or something. No, because if you go to mobile, forget it. It's not standard there. Everybody doing whatever they want. So they try to create some standard. Also agile, call agile, and everybody gives some special understanding of it. So if you tell your own story about Agile and then suddenly they say, I don't think then it's Agile. Do not scare at all, then you say something wrong. It's like, oh, really? Okay, I was thinking all the time then it's Agile. So, then cool. I will learn your version of Agile now. Cool. I'm excited. Again, so very positive, very, nothing to scare because it's absolutely true. And they cannot testify when you say something wrong. Because in your understanding, you was working on your last project and you were thinking it's like Agile. Okay? So, yeah, how to usually explore it, la la la. So here is just reminder how you usually should explore it, okay? By the way, this from proxy server, they have, what is name? My goodness, I think it's Anonymix GL on the Chrome. It's another add-ons. Very good, very easy. So then you can pick up fake, so false proxy from a different geolocation of the world. So it's very, that's why we need it, because a lot of application, okay, specifically entertainment, game, retail. So when we look in global wise, enterprise, this company, when they try to go global and they want to see a specific content, localized content. Also, if it will be in English, they try to bring local flavor and people trust this application. So we create test cases that involve different IP, so proxy server from different country. Then we can observe how our application will look from the, I don't know, Middle East point of view, okay? So take it, play with that. Lecture 5 was how to test unknown mobile application. Are you guys still on live? Are you okay? Or we can just stop if you want to. Okay. So, how you test unknown mobile application? All right, here's example of application right there. So, how you start? What you will do first? Do not stop. Oh my goodness, how I will live without you. Thank you, Anna. I love you too. So, okay, come back to original. Right here, that's in front of you, you see some very simple, so mobile application. Okay, how you will start? It's unknown application. They tell you, all right, do not go. This it's your first day of work. They say, all right, do not go to other pages. They're not ready anyway. I don't want that you messed up and give me some duplicate or fake invalid bugs. So just stay on this page and create test cases for this page and go around and test everything on this page. So how we start? Where's the start point for this? Any clue? You just look at this grgl/login blah blah blah, show gr something. How we start? And where's my other group? Sorry guys, so this group repeating, almost like you forgot. So this I forgot about you. I'm not forgot about you. So you okay, good. So you start, I will say good. So does she say I will start with URL. So my first test case will be about URL. Good point. So what will be the next case that I told you many times, and it will be very, very helpful for you to start testing something unknown? What it could be? The magic one. Refresh. Refresh, whatever. Making notes. Good. Making notes, that's always a good idea. By the way, that's beside your flash drive, I highly recommend to bring the first day of work some, whatever, simple, old notes, whatever, paper notes, something, maybe 48 pages things. Why? Because, you know what, I try personally, not that I'm old, okay, I'm old, so, but also young people in my team, so we try to create some table. We have this table for everything. We're sick of these tables, Excel sheets and documents. So, but, it's still faster to write these comments or something related observation just on piece of paper as a note, sticky notes, or just in your personal, so notebook, and to follow it. So, okay, where's the suggestion what we do with unknown application? Check links. Okay, we check links. It's very much related to URLs. So what comes next after that? UI functionality. Nah. So this, it will be, if I ask you this, this create some I understand. So many organizations these days, believe it or not, and also like, wow, this giant like Google's. So you will surprise them. Most of the time, you come and they give you some programs like, all right, you ready to test? Yeah. Okay, go ahead. Oops, what? Test cases, requirements? Oh, no. Just start. You know how to do it? It's like, yeah. So, you know how to do it. We talk about, and it must be some special template and path in your head how you do unknown things, and do this way, then you will make sure then everything is covered. So checklist is a very good idea. You check URL, then you're in the right application, right environment, build or test environment. So after that, your next step will be you need to make a checklist of what you've seen, of your content. If they ask you to create test cases of what you've seen, it's a very good idea. Always start with the generic, so that's content of your page. So what user should be seeing? You know, this, so the home page or whatever page name is should display the following. Boom, and you create just bullets. So what should be there? What you see? Okay? So because it will be your checklist as well, then when you go further and explore each of elements in each button and active things, then you will understand, then, you know, this, you always can come back to this first test case about your content of the page to check everything is covered or not. It's a very good idea to start always with content of the page. All right? Before you divide this in some module, elements, or whatever. So if you have small task, then you have only one page and it's like all what you got for full day. So be creative, because nobody want and expect then you will be done with your page in a half hour. Don't play stupid, because you understand as adults, so then they give you task for 8 hours. Be creative what you do with that, how productive you can be with one page doing this 8 hours. So because, you know, if you do this in half hour, I can do this in 5 minutes. And so what happened after that? I will come to, so poor manager and say, all right, I'm excited, puppy, I'm done. I found everything. I got everything. So like, okay, maybe I spent another hour to create the bug. And so I still somehow need to testify that I was getting paid for 6 hours doing something. And poor manager must be very creative to create this new task for you. Because maybe you're not in one in a group. They maybe have 5 or 6 people, if not more. And for each of them, they have something, certain task that must be covered in 8 hours. Then you get paid. So don't put yourself in jeopardy, because if you do this one day, it will be, okay, you know, forgiven because you new excited puppy. If you do this every day, in 1 week, they say, my goodness, I'm get sick of this person. This person is too much for me, because I'm always must be creative. What else I can do for this person then, so this person will work 8 hours. So get smart. I don't say that you don't need to do anything, but try to get, you know, this more professional how you do things. You can ask in very polite form, so this page, it's all what I got for full day. You expect me to cover this in full day, or what is the time due line for this task? So if the person say, hey, I give you 1 hour, and then in 1 hour we start in something, other things. All right, then at least you have clue. Then you need to be occupied with this task for 1 hour. And it's mean literally 1 hour, okay? So, because I have a lot of trouble with the new people when they come on board. It's like, what else? What else? It's like, slow down. What slow down? I'm ready. It's like, I understand. We're all ready. But you also want to get paid for 8 hours, okay? So, all right, this thing can, I think it's clear. But usability, connection, tra la 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 la. It's all nice. It's all good. We all also can talk about fun. So testing, but the thing is, after you check URL and it's your test case number 1, after you make a generic observation and make checklist what actually this could be tested on this specific page. So after that, you know, if you have time and or you need to spend time on it, so you divide this page in the modules and the testing area, whatever you want to call it, you know. So, and starting doing this piece by piece. So how you can actually play and what you can create test cases or testing cases around this So for each of element, for example, you see this indication, then if you tap on the picture, then it's a tappable, so and it's active link to somewhere else. It's more likely the image will be expanded, but you don't know what happened after that, but around this you will create test cases. So you will test cases for functionality, for interruption. What happened if you open this image and at the same time somebody call you, or you have notification, so and you can create this inside your device, or you know this you can set up an alarm clock with some sound. So how is it affected application? I mean, get creative, all right? So to check this from different point of view. So what happened if you open this image and at the same time, so this you will initiate airplane mode on, or this flight mode on. So when it's go offline, how's it affect? It's image will be freeze, not open. It's any notification, error handling things will come in or not. Okay, it's why it's important. So the problem is that you always try to categorize this to some category of testing. I mean, I don't know, maybe 10 or 15% on the market still specify what kind of test case is that. So then this one specific UI, this one is functional. No, I mean, people don't have time for this. I mean, maybe it was in waterfall, but it's not in mobile. We don't have time for that. So we just create test cases, and it's your logical thinking what else you can check from what different point of view. Browser, cool. So that you can check connectivity, so interaction with native application, interruption point. So this error handling notification point, fine, do it. But it's not really this, I ask you what kind of or category of testing you will use. You understand or not? I ask you this, how you will test these things. So what I want to hear this in your story, then besides then you check environment first, so testing environment. You will check general content and create checklist of what elements is present on the page. After that, you will try to create test cases, or do maximum what you can do with each element of the page, and create some test cases that have some combination of elements, or do something to page at full. It's what is the most important, all right? And nobody really look for UI, connection, usability, names. It's all childcare things. So if you're professional, you not operate with these names all the time. Okay, so we go to the next. So yeah, precondition checklist. You remember this one? So ask this question. You remember, if you have question, you never go every 5 minutes and bug people with all your question. So do this on page through, and if manager come and say, why you so quiet? Are you okay? You doing well? You say, yes, I'm working on a file, so I receive, or link I receive from you. So I create list of question, and if you have 10 minutes, can we just sit down and I will bring this whole question to you? Or if you don't have time, can I submit this question to you via email? So perfect. So that he was like, oh yes, 2 points up. It's the right person. So don't bugging me and doing right job. So doing right task. So we have, oh man, I don't know what happened here, but all right. So step 2, starting this exploratory notes checklist, and go back and down. So this, and use different categories, but you don't need to, prescribe or describe all this category of things. Just think logically, what should you apply? So test documentation hints, ask in day number 1, ask any possible what documentation is available. So wireframe, I don't know, this anything possible. Sitemap, so test plan, scenario, this user stories, everything is possible. So then, and again, put this all immediately on your flash. So if it's allowed, or at least on your desktop, create your own folder. So then you have this handy. These days they have a lot of share folder. It's a good idea. I like it, but I always pull it out, because many times we have server down. Many times, so this it's happened in real life. Something is down and share folder is not available for a long time. But if you have this on your desktop, also offline, you still can use your computer and do something helpful. It's like everybody, ooh, So this person know what it's doing, okay? So, and define application. In modules, you can do this different way, by page, by core function, or by user scenario. So how would you test mobile application page? So this, I would very much just talk about it. If it's some troubleshooting related, then you remember keyword is different point of view. It's very important to have this different point of view before you start push and tap on something, scroll and whatever. So just don't be, again, high school kids mode. So just try to think first, define area of trouble. So exclaim area, then really do not indicate any trouble. So, and start and concentrate and get all your imagination what could happen in this area, which look like a trouble area. Okay? So, general types of mobile application testing. It's what we're talking about, sprint cycle iteration. It could be release or phase or a sprint cycle iteration. It depends on industry, it depends on the company. It's why I cannot really specify what exactly it will be, you know. But so in any case, I do not know any I do not know this, you know, too much variation in it. So it could be just different name, but somehow this is, people will go through the full test coverage. Yeah, so this after they will do extraction from this modules, then so story test cases, and after they will give you integration testing, and you know, towards release. So from it will be extract from integration as smoke and sanity. So, and we at the end, maybe if we have time, then we will get exploratory. I call this my clever notes testing. All right, so we talk about developer testing, about testing or built environment. I don't need to talk about this. I told you, it's over 100 different category of testing. In real life, general category of testing, what normally use. If you know, so what 3, 6, 7 category of testing, use the king of manual testing. So it's not too many really you perform in the field all the time. But, you know, if we go like deepest to explain as what it could be, then I create a little bit more. That I was going through this file of 100 testing test categories. Like, all right, so what also we really can imagine to use in some real project, not just textbooks, but in real project. So not really too many things, you know. So testing scope is also important because it's related to test plan, and it's a very confusing point for most of you, because when people ask you during interview about test plan, they really don't ask you generic stuff about scope, approach. So yeah, it's nice if you have vision, conceptual understanding of it, it's fine. But most of the time I ask so 3 or 4 managers, like, if you ask about test plan, what you really looking for answer? And the answer is this: I want to know the person is familiar with testing plan architecture tree, so then they know this what folder to found where. If I ask them to put some information to update or upload or download from some folder, then they will not spend 2 hours for that. So if I ask them to check new, I don't know, version of Android and update our test cases accordingly, it will not take 2-3 days, because so all what you need to do, just go directly to, I don't know, android.developer to check what is new update is specific for, check this application, what is really applicable from this new 100 feature. So maybe it will be like 15. And what is really important for our application, then we need to modify it or implement this as a new test cases. All right, for this task, as a newbie, you maybe spend 1 day. Normally it takes a couple hours, all right, it's a quick check. So in editing or modification of test cases, it will be not too many, maybe like write 10 test cases very quick. So, different approach to test mobile application. If they ask you about approach, so from what point of view, think about, you know, then in the middle it's your application, and you have different point of view, how you can attack, how you can put under scope of testing your application, from input in the device, from App Store, from location, from geolocation, yes? So from interaction and interruption, I mean, so if you think this again as a game, yeah, so you're a family member, you're in the middle, so, and you have big family, and it's your birthday, and all of your family members need to figure it out, so what you really wish for your birthday, and they're all different age, I don't know, material status and something, so, and you as an application in the middle, and they all bring some special gifts for you, and it will be always, so they will think that it is the best gift for you from their point of view. Okay, somebody bring you some candy, other people bring you some whatever new technology device, and the other person will bring you some clothes. So if you think practical way, this not really deep technical, so then you can explain your way. So use some professional word. Ta-da. So make some analogy, this, I don't know, with China buffet. So then it's a one place, but with different dishes, then different people come with different approach. So what they want to eat today, or what is their food preference and allergy on something. Restriction and limitation of application. Toodoo! So again, make a fun of it, okay? So because when you bring this analogy, what is this point to you? So you're not crazy. It's like, wow, this person is think differently. It's what I really need to, so this in my life, in my team, the person who thinks differently, okay? Because, so monkey tester, like everybody else, it's a 90% we have on the market already. But if I want somebody, again, and you cannot impress me with your languages skills or technical skills, I want something special in you, then I understand, then I really need you in my team. So show how special you are. So this one is one of the good picture that I found about test plan, and so how the things actually go through the project. So why we need test plan and how we use test plan in the beginning and actually through the all, so this our testing developer cycles. Web design, guys, I mean, I can give you more information about web design. You have almost unlimited resources online. If you do not know basic of web design elements, your history, so you will try again and again, and you will have a hard time to find job in the first place. Okay, so try to do your best. Oh, by the way, you remember these things that we have before? Troubleshooting of email. So how you will start troubleshooting of email? Give me some solution. Quick solution right now, yay! So what will be your steps to troubleshoot email? Email is not receiving or don't come through. You send it something, it's like, oops, not received. So what happened? How you will start? Anna is a leader. Yay! So what will be, oh man, come on. Connectivity, it's a nice point of view, but it's not how we start. But Isaac have an excuse because he joined us lately. Check connection, disappoint, alright. Check links, disappoint. In different browser, disappoint. Create account, disappoint. So sorry, it's all disappoint points so far. Restart device, disappoint. So, all what I just talked maybe 20 minutes ago, nobody ever come close to it. So, to repeat, I don't know, shooting in the air, before we start to push and bring any practical solution or whatever practical advice, how I can disconnect, connect something, or check something, I don't care about this in the beginning. I need to define my area of troubleshooting. If you don't get it, so until you don't get it, you will not be a good tester and good troubleshooter. So all what you need to, I don't care, this Word document in your mind, on a board, on a piece of paper, but you need to define, so specify where possibly could be problem with my email. So in the case of email, where possibly could be area of problem? Where? This will be recipient, it will be, so this me as a sender, It could be connectivity in general, yeah, this connectivity of my office, or it could be provider of email. Maybe Yahoo have some outreach, and so I already have 4 area of troubleshooting so that I need to define first, and after that, for each of this area, I will create a list what possibly I can check there to define is it true or not. Is it clear? Every time we talk about it, everybody's like, oh yeah, it's clear, yeah, it's cool. So, but 5 minutes later, another example. So this, if I ask you this, give me the same, so troubleshooting with Facebook, and then boom, push a button again, or give me some, again, some starting pushing something, pulling something. It's like, guys, please, I don't know this, what I do wrong. So how I can bring this to your brain, to your heart. So then it's so simple. I know it's come with some experience, but I don't know. Yeah, then you need to get this experience. I don't know other way. So, but for me, it was very simple, you know, to bring it up. Before you start pushing, squeezing, scrolling, anything. So think for 1 or 2 minutes, make a list. I don't know, create some geometric form in this list, you know, just blah, 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 right? Blah, blah, blah. So for this, for each of this blah, 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 so this specify what specific blah, blah, blah will be for what. One will be for my device, another will be for device on the other side, which not receive something, then I send it. And the third blah will be just for connectivity in office. Maybe, I don't know, this my battery is dead and it's it. Maybe something wrong with my device, maybe something wrong with application. Think first where the problem could be. And you know then your device is on live, you have full battery. Aha! So, it's not my device problem. So, and that's how it starts. You need to initiation point, so where you start this all. Before you jump into push something, stop pushing things. Stop tapping on things before you think about, all right? All right, so here's a table, then you should create it, but you was not thinking about it. Hey, is it safe? Oh, we're kind of done? That's it? Really? All right, then it's done. Oh, no. Yeah, the last thing, sorry guys, I know it's always, so I'm never on time. I have always something to say. So, thank you all. I'm sorry guys, I was not checking, so repeat group. Yeah, you was guys on right track. You were just special gem and balsam on my heart. So, but very common question. I talk about this, and please get ready for this question. If you go for cloud, if you go for entertainment, if you go for retail, blah, 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 anywhere almost these days you go work with software application. So one of the question could be, and jump, what is your opinion, or what is your relationship, or what is your thinking, and what you know about OpenID, how it's work, so why it's so cool, why you like it. I mean, you should like it, all right? So this it's just cool hints for you. So if you don't like it, then you may not get the job. So, but take it or leave it. So here's a good link, OpenID Explained. It's very good, very fun. It's very simple. Go there. So check. Just have this one as a piece of information, generic piece of information. Then you should have it all the time. Lecture 8, what should be included in the title, and how perfect test case and perfect bug report related, all right? So, my goodness, I just feel bad because it's already 2 hours instead of 1. I don't know how to do this. So, you know, we talk about fields and components about bug report. It's 2 different things. So you will go through the variety of bug tracking system, and maybe it will be no bug tracking system at all. So make a common sense for you, for yourself, why in what components should be included. So you remember this, what is the main components in bug report or test case? What it is. What you will not survive in mobile world if you don't have it. Just give me one. What we was talking about, what we was concentrate on. Hello? So step to reproduce. Beep, no. What else? I can survive without step to reproduce. Believe me. If I don't have time, so I will not open description to look for step to reproduce. Title. Ta-da! Actual result, forget it. I will not care about actual result to take me too long. If I don't have title, I am history. Title is my filter, so to find bug quickly. Title, so this it's bring main points, what happened, where it happened, in what build, in what application, under what release, under what requirements ID it happened. So what kind of bug is it? Critical, not critical, functional, creative, or linguistic, or something. So it's everything. If I want to update this case, so I will go by title to retrieve this information from archive. If I want to make some status report or something, and I need to take only specific sprint or phase, I will go by title. Almost everything, this information, so that if it's good title, if it's a well-defined title, and we talk about and spent over an hour on it, so I was going through the different screenshots to figure it out what kind of title you will create for this bugs report. So your developer will love you because just from title they will understand where it should go and what is wrong, and they will not open fields of step to reproduce or whatever, some actual unexpected result, because it will be not necessary. So, I mean, I understand and it sounds like my own opinion, so go on the field, work for a while, you will understand. If you know how to write well organized, systemized titles in short form, very concise, without this verify. Verify what? I mean, today it's verify, I remember. 1 week later, if everything is start with verify, I'm got completely blind and have no clue what's going on. So because if I not define where I am, so where I should start and what exactly problem with what element of the page or whatever of application, so you will not find this. I told you we talk about number of test cases we go through just for one iteration. If through the one iteration within 1 month you execute about 5,000 test cases, which all will start with title verified. Guys, make your common sense, all right? I cannot say more than that. Okay. So, it's it. Hooray! I'm done. I hope for you guys, I will pray for you, then you're doing well. So every time I'm happy if you're doing well, really. So, and if you need me, you know my email, you know this, so Skype, our collective email will hang for another 2-3 weeks, and after I just close it. So again, oh my gosh, how I get this if I need something? You must have your flash. You must, by this time, you have 10 weeks to retrieve this information from Google Drive or from email and create your own folder, create your own file, whatever you want. So, and put this again, so get this portable, you know. And if you don't do this, it means you're absolutely not interested, you waste your money for online class, but how I can help you if you don't want to help yourself. So, but I try to be always for my people. So people who is interested, nobody can say then I reject somebody, all right? I spend a lot of time beside, so this, whatever, educational hours to help people. All right, so, hooray! I wish you good luck and thank you for listening, and sorry that it takes so long. And now, bye.